How are you all? Good? Fantastic. All right, while we're waiting, how about we type into the chat room is how brilliantly fantastic in the last 2 days for you guys. I want to hear all the good things that have been happening to you. What is it? Let's see. Hi, Tanya, that's what you said. Fun dancing at wedding. Wow, you rock it, Tam. Okay, Beth, would you admit people in from the waiting room? So what else been happening? Is everyone busy typing? How's the intention? How you have come along with the ease and flow so far after 1 day of shifting your mindset? Okay, Heidi is here today. Welcome, Heidi. We're just talking like, type in the chat screen, what has been happening for you in the last 2 days? What has shifted? It's all right, Tanya, let's see. Well, Beth got some people coming visiting, is that right? The lift has been waited for you, and have you felt that like stronger connection with friends and family since Wednesday? Who else? Excellent. All right. Okay. We should get starting. It's 10:02. You're more focused, Heidi. Excellent. Excellent. It's good, isn't it? The more focus, the more energy you get, isn't it? Started finally doing your workout. Fantastic. So do you find that when you are more focused, you get things done much easier, much faster, and your mind doesn't get flustered or get distracted? You just single vision, complete the task, and like within second, if you like, it's done. And you look up the clock. Oh, okay. Normally take me about an hour. Now it's 15 minutes. Anyone could identify that? Anyone said, oh, I'm so much more focused. Good on you, Heidi. Fantastic. I'm happier. I'm getting more done and faster. Here you go, Tam. That's fantastic. All right. But been really what? It's only Wednesday. You guys learn few things. But you know what's the most important thing is? You all are determined and committed to do the best for you right now. And remember, it's a journey. For those who are watching recording today, we all need to learn to stay in our own lane, okay? We all are on a pathway, but at a different pace. As I said, I already know Christine, you know, way back. We all not only met in Australia, we went to America and bumped into each other. Like she changed so much. I thought, oh, okay. Yes, we know each other. We look into each other's eyes. It's like, okay. She might be ahead of few of you guys, but she also knows that she started somewhere where you are today. So stop looking at each other, but looking at within. How I could get to where I want to be, or looking at, like as I said, borrow my confidence. Myself, Christine, or even Beth, you know, Beth has already started her journeys way back. But that's somewhere I want to be as well. Not to be jealous, but knowing somebody just like me now gone to where they are at. That's where we celebrate each other's success. Whether it's a small one or big one or huge one, we are all on this journey together. All agree? Yay! My sound, apologize, my sound is not really working well because guess what? The singing bowl. If you guys go to the reefs, I actually have a video. It's just like 60 seconds, but it has been fantastic. So let me fix up my video on my Zoom. As I said, technology-wise, I'm not shy from it, but still not the expert, okay? So we are all on a journey, so I'm all learning. All right. Is there anyone who would like to share something today about so far? What has helped you to taken this first step in? I know a few of you saying, I woke up 15 minutes early in the last couple of days. Anyone would like to share? I just want you to know that we are all special, but not that special because we need to take the step out and help each other. So anyone? I'm going to pick up someone. So put up your hand. Who wants to share? Okay, anyone? Yeah, Tam, go for it.
I'm just feeling full of energy, and I like it when people remind me, and just like, you know, because I get excited like at the start, like most people would, you know, you're inspired by something like by you or whoever, and you're like, yeah, I'm going to do that, and you do it for a week or whatever, and then you're like, I know, I want to do it, I have to do it, oh, I want to, yeah, I should do it, you know. And then someone just goes, oh, this is it, and you're going, yeah, I want to do it again. So I just like the little pokes. So yeah, I'm just doing my morning routine and then kind of adding bits to it. Reminded about the power pose, and so doing that. And then it's so nice to go to work and be like this with the toddler I look after. She loves music and loves movement, so you know, I can be going, we are loved, we are loved, we are great, you know, and all that, and she'll be like, yeah. So just, you know, training the young one as well and inspiring myself and helping her, it's really beautiful.
Excellent, fantastic. So congratulations, because this is what you guys just starting. I'm also looking at just message pop, someone couldn't find our Zoom link. All right, excellent, congratulations. Everyone just give a hand to Tam and also the rest of the people, because Christine, Beth, Heidi, I'm sure Tanya as well, Tam as well, have shared your, what is it? Intention and reflection. And I'm so proud of all of you that are showing yourself. And for Tam to share is taking a step forward. It's like, I want to shine, I want to share what I have been achieving. And one thing is very true, what she has said is like, we are all great starters. Anyone could identify with Tam. It's like, hey, let's do this. And then you get excited and doing it. 1 day, 2 days, 3 days. And what happened? Anyone know? Oh, I'm a bit busy. Oh, I'll get back to that. Oh, I'll start again, but later. Have we? Do you guys remember my gym story? Like, yay, the gym looks great. Got the pool, got everything. I'll sign up. I'm sure I will go. And then a few months later, I really haven't done anything, isn't it? But how could we have more consistency? How could we have more commitment? Anyone? Type in the chat screen, how do we, or what could we do in getting ourselves more committed, more consistent? Share your experience. Accountability buddies, very good. Yeah. Anyone else? Being accountable, yes, that's what we're doing in the group. Anyone to want to run a marathon? Do a very long run and consistently at the same pace and getting to the crossing line. Push through for 21 days. Yes, Tanya, because 20, it's interesting, isn't it? People say 7 days, 14 days, 21 days, 28 days. What does that mean? What does that mean? It's like a cycle. Like we all are ladies here. All right. We know that our ladies cycle is meant to be 28 days. Is that right? How about the moon cycle? Anyone follow the moon cycle as well? How about, well, we might talk about, oh, is that more new age? No, everything is a cycle. How about the earth? It's been around in a year for 365 and a quarter. Why is it 365 and a quarter? Because every 4th year, remember, our February have the 29th day. So that's everything, that's a cycle. But what is it that the Earth will keep going? Imagine if the Earth say, I don't feel like doing it today, I just stop spinning. What will happen? Most of us in Australia, we are lucky that we get a lot of sunlight. Could you imagine some people like some of you might be like, you know, from England or like, you know, United Kingdom. How many of you actually been to Aberdeen in one of the Northern England places, or Eastern European or Russia? In the midnight, they still 12 a.m. in the morning, 12 a.m. they still have sunshine, bright light. Okay, but then during the winter, they will only have few hours of sunlight. Can you imagine if the Earth stopped spinning? Could you imagine you live in darkness 24 hours? What could have happened? Okay, but the important thing is to have accountability. Being accountable to somebody is like going through a marathon that you have someone to support you along the way. How many of you have a support person that you can think of right now? If there's anything you have needed, you can just call that person. Anyone? Yes, great. Or if you have something really excited, great news, would that be person that you will call the first person to? Excellent. Would you say in your mind that you actually know it's not just one, Catherine? I at least have 5. Excellent, good. Because we all live life. We all know that, oh, how often we'll say, oh, we're too busy to call my friend to check on how she's doing. Is it being busy, or is that not something on your first priority? So the lesson being learned is, who are you spend time with on average of the 5 people, you become that average of those 5 people. The question is, you have friends, you have mentor, do you have a coach in different area? There's life coach, business coach, fitness coach, so many different areas you want to have someone to help you. But where are you going to start? And now things I want to share with you about a story. I wonder how many of you actually say, oh, I love that piece of furniture. Anyone love shopping at a window shopping? Let's say just window shopping at furniture store, or when you walk past a furniture store, you look at that. That looks really pretty. Anyone? Yeah? You identify that? Imagine you walk through, most of us are from Australia, Freedom Furniture. How many more? There's a whole lot of more, because I know that if I go to a main street, the furniture store like to stay in the main street so you guys can go through. You know which one is my favorite? Early Settler. I'm not sure whether they're still around after, yeah. But gorgeous piece of antique looking. But if I want to get an armchair, it is around $2,000. It's not that I don't want to spend money on myself, but the fact is, I'm a very practical person. It's a chair. I just need something to sit on. Why do I need something so nice? But the fact is, it's a state of mind. Anyone could identify with me? It's like, ooh, money story. Again, it's our mindset. What do you tell yourself about money in that story? I want to go a step deeper for you than just looking at something is nice. All of you know that I've been in Australia for over 30 years. I was sent here. Well, my parents didn't really just pack me up and send me over, but they did think that it's like, I want Catherine to have a better future than us. How many of you, you know, have children or nieces and nephews that you want them to do better than you? Anyone? Good. All right. So my parents, in fact, I'm the only one in my entire clan of both of my parents' side and mother's side. I'm the only one achieved a master's degree till today. But I said, oh, I'm not going to be the first one to get a PhD because I don't want to lose my head, because like it's a permanent head damage. But the fact is, the story I want to show you is, if money comes as a matter, it's not a problem. What I want to share with you is, my parents sent me over to do 2 years of high school and 3 years of degree. And then 2 years later, a year later, actually, my brother was sent as well because Catherine is doing so well, they thought. So my brother was here while I was here. I can't really remember the figure, but just imagine just the school fees around 10 grand a year already back in the early 90s. 10,000 Australia dollars is at least about 5 or 6 times Hong Kong dollars. Just think about 10 grand. Even today's 10 grand is a lot of money, isn't it? But my parents did that. So on my final year, they said, great, Catherine is going to finish and come home, find a job. You know, that's the normal standard life, right? Get a job, you know, support her brother. We supported her. She should step in, so it will be a bit easier. But little did they know that I've chosen a path that I need to get a qualification as a psychologist, because an undergrad degree would not get me there. So I broke the news to them. It's like, I would like to continue with my education. Then they said, oh, have you got accepted? Oh, by the way, I wasn't a good student, so I didn't get distinction all the way. So, all right, that's another, you know, blockages. But guess what? Even before I finished my final exam, I got an offer to get into my 4th year. In those days, you get your honors and you can get working and get the qualification. I was so excited. Mom, I got in. I think at that moment, if there was a pin drop, it was so silent on the other side of the phone. And for those who have been following me on Facebook, you know that my mom and I like this. I have never heard, I'm sorry, I'm a bit like, you know, emotional as well when I think back years. I never felt that disconnected at that moment. Not that my mother didn't love me, but I think she felt for me that it's like, I think the money we have in the bank possibly cannot continue to have you both being an overseas student. Think about it, 10,000 per kid a year. That's only school fees. Think about they pay my rent. Actually, I know I can't, that I'm very blessed. I wasn't being packed and shipped overseas and given $200 and start my life over in Australia. My parents supported me through. I'm very grateful. But at that moment, I felt like, wow, I was in the victim mode. Why can't I be the Australian citizen? Why can't I be like that? However, I might not be confident at that time, or not as confident as I am, knowing that no matter what comes my way, I can overcome it. But because of faith, my connection with God and knowing there's a higher power, I said, I don't know how, but this is an opportunity given to me. If this wasn't not meant to be, I wouldn't have been accepted, been offered a place. For those who are not in the field of psychology, is each year they only will accept about each degree, not many degrees, in honors degree in Australia, would get like 20 students from 800 in the first year degree into honors is the 20 students get into that. So it's not coincident that doors being open. And you know that I'm a fighter, so I fight for it. So I told my parents, okay, fine, I'll try to support myself. But I really didn't know how. I always just commit myself first before I think about how. So, but as I say, you spend time with people. I have people who supported me, see my journey. So that's where I become a McDonald's girl. How many of you have worked at McDonald's before? How would a McDonald's franchise employ someone over 18? You all know that, you know, 14 and 9 months in Australia is the cheapest wages. Who would employ someone over 18 to start into McDonald's? That was another miracle, don't you think? I believe it was my pathway. And I started working. However, it's like, I didn't know how hard it is to save 5 grand in 3 months to pay for my honors degree. It's only first semester. It did not come through. But how come I still got the money? Because someone else believed in me. I walked into my church at that time. An uncle came to me. Catherine, it's like, this is a check. I want you to do what you are called to do, because someone believe in me that I'm going to be great. I'm going to be helping others. And because of this uncle, I'm standing here with you today, that I can share with you where I have been and where I'm heading and where I'm leading you guys. I'm sorry, I didn't know that I was so emotional. But the fact is, it's a reflection with the gratitude that I truly feel my pathway is not just designed by myself. A lot of people say, I'm living a life that I designed. I say, yes, absolutely. But do you know that there's actually so much more in life, that we need people around us and we need to trust the process and being resourceful and trusting the higher power. When something happened to you, instead of asking, why me? I will say, what is the lesson that I need to learn today? Anyone would like to share? I'm just feeling like, anyone would have a story or reflection want to share with us so far, where we are at in the third day of our journey? Renita is like, you're at work, baby. Love you, darling. Oh, yeah. So I will actually today, I think it's a challenge for all of you and those who watch a replay. I know you've been very good, all of you, doing your homework and putting in your reflection and intention. I'll challenge you all today. It's just in our 7 days soul journey program. It's about 30 of us. I'll challenge you guys today to go on live. For those who have done live, great. All right. But I want you guys to truly come on live to just even introduce yourself. Hi, Tanya. I can see Tanya eyes like, okay. All right. Borrow my confidence, because I can tell you, probably even 10 years ago, I don't think I could stand here and tell you the story. Because the story that I told myself is like, see, you're not good enough. You need someone to give you the money. See, you're not rich enough. See, you're not coming from a family. See, you don't have this. See, you don't have that. All right. But I want to help you guys to shift your story. We are given, all of you, okay, an able body. We might have some illnesses or something that might not be at the maximum health, but we are all given a able body. Most important, we are given a voice, a mouth and a voice. So I would like you guys to do a Facebook Live. All right, we are going to cheer each other on, especially for those who've been watching replay. We would like to hear from you. Let's do a Facebook Live in a group. Remember, this is a safe group. This is a place for us to hold each other's space, means to support and love one another, even though we might just only met for 3 days. But I can feel the energy that how connected you guys are and continue to move forward on this journey. All right, okay. Now, let's say that's exactly what I say when I'm facing challenge. I ask myself, what God wants me to learn? We'll be forever learning. Anyone been to Tony Robbins? Have you listened to Tony Robbins? What does one of his most favorite statement? If you are not growing, you are dying. What happened? Don't get me out of the comfort zone. And everyone keep moving and you still stay in your comfort zone. So what happened? You're actually going backward. All right. Okay. Now, the next one I probably will help you guys to see something that will be helping you guys to stay calm, to come on your Facebook Live. Breathing technique. Why is it important to do a breathing technique and learn how to calm ourselves Anyone would know what's happening to our little brain? Like what 10 years was the eye was wide open? When I say, let's do a Facebook Live, did you notice that you stopped breathing? Is that what happened? Because when we feel threatened, it's not that we really stop breathing. Because when we feel threatened, our brain start, okay, let's reduce the activities in our body. Stay calm. How many of you were told a story? We don't have many people on the Northern America, like especially in Canada, that when you see a bear, what do? Do you run or you stop breathing? That's a protection mechanism. Okay. So all of us, I would say, even including myself, in the past, we have not breathed to the full capacity of our lungs. What would happen when you don't breathe full capacity of our lungs? We don't have enough oxygen. And what will our brain say? Danger, danger, slow down, slow down. Because when you slow down your organ and all the activity in your body, so you have less oxygen. Okay, so that is a protection for our body. Because it's innate. It's happening in our limbic system. You'll hear me talk about how our limbic system is automatic. This is the limbic system is the first part of the brain developed in a baby when they came out of the mother. This is fully developed already, the limbic system. Okay. However, the rest of the brain are not fully developed. And for those who have teenager, just think about it. The frontal lobe are developed as they grow, but the back, they don't fully develop yet, not until they're 25. Okay, that's why they just do it. And then when you ask them as old boys, what happened? I don't know. Sure, I understand. Thanks, Siri. See, Siri, come on as well. So for them, they really don't know what happened. It just happened. Bing, let's do it. And they don't think of the consequences. So it is important for us to practice good breathing and maximize what we have given. Okay, shall we get started? Ready? All right, let's close our eyes and listen to my instruction. Just trust the process. Don't think about anything. All right, let's close your eyes. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. It's time for you to relax. If there's anything coming to your mind, you can either let them stay or let them go. It's time for you to relax. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Now let's take notice to your feet. Wiggle your toes and relax. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Now let's take notice to your hand. Loosen your finger and relax. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Now let's take notice to your tummy. Loosen it and relax. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Now let's take notice to your shoulder. Let them drop as low as possible to the ground and relax. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Now let's take notice to your mouth and your jaw. By relaxing them, keep your mouth a little bit apart and relax. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Now let's take notice the whole body. Let it sink as deep as possible into the chair and relax. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Now when you're ready for your next intake breath, breathe in as deep as possible and hold it right there. And let it go when you can't hold it anymore. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. When you are ready, take one more deep breath in and hold it right there. Let it go when you can't hold it anymore. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. When you're ready, one more deep breath in and hold it right there. And let it go when you can't hold it anymore. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. When you're ready, you could slowly to come back into the room. Now tie into the chest screen. Tell me how you feel after this breathing technique. So calm. Anyone else? A bit tired. Okay. Tired in a sense, in a good way, Tanya, or like relaxed and calm, relaxed and peaceful. Yes, more relaxed. Exactly. Anyone feel dizzy in their head? Yes, no? Because if you're a bit dizzy, that's probably, when I say breathe in as deep as possible, remember my voice, breathe in as deep as possible. I didn't say breathe in deeply, okay? Because when we breathe too fast, too much oxygen going into the brain at the same time, and what will happen to our brain with chemical? Anyone have done chemistry? When you have oxygen in your brain, it also produces carbon dioxide. That's why we feel dizzy. So reduce the speed of your breathing, okay? But how many of you, as you take a deep breath, you can feel that your spine are straightened up? Okay, because we are like this. Is when we don't feel safe, we crunch. Or when we stress, or when we tight. How many of you have neck, shoulder, and upper back or lower back pain? Let's take a deep breath and see how your spine straightens. Okay, some of you might still feel a bit tension, but that's where the body that need to take attention. But when you take a simple deep breath, this is our physiological response. The part that I mentioned is most of the stress that we hold. hold a fist, you can feel the tension go up to your brain. Because it's all our neurons, nerves go through from each part of our body, go to our spine and go up to our brain. So can you imagine the whole day you're holding up like this? You don't hold your fist, but your whole body is like this. Could you imagine how much stress you need to release at the end of the day? How many of you struggle to just hit the pillow within 5 to 20 minutes and you fall asleep? No. How many of you took longer than 20 minutes to fall asleep? Okay, so clinically we call that insomnia. If it's more than 2 or 3 nights, we need to seek assistance. Because too much going on in our brain, okay? But when we hold our breath, the trick is, why do I want you to hold your breath? When we hold our breath, remember, when we stop breathing, our brain is like, okay, alert, 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 what's happening? But if we slowly control to just hold our breath with still a little bit oxygen supply into so-called, because our body know, our brain senses, like, are you breathing properly? But when you hold your breath, your brain says, hey, something is happening, slow down. They tell your body to slow down. Then all those thoughts, running thought, they'll be like, go there. I don't have time for you now. Let me check my body is okay. Okay. And then for those who really struggle to go, when you close your eyes, that's why I asked you guys to close your eyes, unless there's some other extreme issues that you can't close your eyes to do the breathing technique. Okay. Then yes, you don't need to close your eyes. But if you were in your bedroom, do you feel more safe? You feel comfortable to close your eyes, right? Okay, because that's why I say, I'm doing in general for everyone. But when you close your eyes, it's also a hypnotic exercise. Make sure you have dark room when you sleep. So you hold your breath and take a deep breath. I can guarantee you, the more you practice, the easier it will get, and it will take you in no time to fall asleep. For me, sometimes if I get too excited like this, then I go to sleep at night, I can't fall asleep straight away. But I practice the 3 deep breaths and make sure that my body is feel comforted. The reason took longer today to do this breathing technique is because I want you to be familiar with it. And thanks for the patience, okay? So, but the more you practice, the better you'll get. This is another way to help you to get ease and flow, not just during the day, but in the evening, that you will go into your sleep with ease and flow. How many of you, when you couldn't sleep, you toss and turn? One thing, type in number 1, you toss and turn when you can't go to sleep. Type in number 2 in your chat screen that you start thinking, what do I need to do tomorrow? Or number 3, you start thinking, if I don't get to sleep now, tomorrow is going to be a worse day. Tomorrow is going to be stuck. Type in the chat screen, let me know how many of you guys have 1, 2, 3, or just 1, or 1, 2, or 1, 2, 3, or 3. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. Okay. All right. Now, but as simple as this breathing technique will help you, I promise you something will change too. Because as I say, I'm helping you to cut corners right now. What I have experienced, what's been working, and when I teach this technique, is 95% success rate. Okay. Now, for those who feel anxious often, okay, especially you said you can easily be startled or get panic, you could even set an alarm in your clock. You can keep your eye open. 3 deep breaths to expand your lungs. When you expand your lungs, your diaphragm is expanding, so your organ is not crushed like that. When you learn more, open yourself. A confident person, do I look confident right now? Okay, I open my shoulder. When you breathe, you open your shoulder. It's your state. But when I'm not confident or like I'm a bit nervous, that I'm talking to all this lady, I don't know what they're thinking about me. Like, what do you think? Do I look confident right now? No, right? So it's how we carry ourselves is very important. Okay. Now, any questions so far? Catherine is like, is that clear? I'll leave it to you guys, whether this is part of your morning ritual or your daily ritual that you'll commit yourself to.
One question.
Yep, sure.
Yes. And so sometimes, like you said, it's nice to relax when you go to sleep. But what happens sometimes when you have during the day a very stressful day, and do you suggest it to have that sort of breathing exercise to just calm yourself down?
Definitely, because our nervous system, when we get too heightened, that's where some people tip with the panic attack, but not everyone will get there. But when you get stressed, you become like, started. So your memory stop by went into the blank. That's where I said the limbic system in the middle of our brain, when we get so stressed, because that's a sign of danger to our brain. They don't interpret anything. But what happened is, oh, where's Flo gone?
I'm here.
Someone else, sorry, I was looking at your screen. That's why you see me looking. This, my camera is here, but I'm looking at the screen behind your face. Oh, something changed, sorry. Anyway, so the reptile brain, the safety brain, the fight and flight and freeze mode. When you get stressed, they try to keep you safe. That's why your mind went blank. Then you say, what just happened? It was so stressful. I just did what I did.
And that is stressing more because I say, oh my God, I need to make decisions. Yeah. And you sort of blank his face.
I can feel it. Besides, in business, it's our children. Well, for your children, for you say your children, for me, is my son. Mom, I want this. Mom, I want that. Mom. Okay, darling, because you don't want anything come out of my mouth. When I'm stressed, he already starts like, I'm passionate. This morning he's like, you're screaming. I have like my husband like, what can we describe? We not good. Alex is like, for him, it's like screaming. I was like, I think. Alex, when I talk like this, I'm passionate. Okay, mommy is so passionate, but for him, it's screaming. So I have to learn something that we cannot just wait for that moment. Something I have to learn is like, mommy, I want this. Mommy. Can anyone identify with me? Like, or Christine, can you hear like in the train driving, the passengers like, when you hear these noises, okay? I want to give you one tip. I learned this myself, but you guys can start with here. I will say, take a deep breath, calm myself. The nervous, you're heightened already. Take a deep breath and say, darling, yes, I call my son, darling, let me think. You don't just let him know. I need time to think. You have to tell myself, let me think. That is my command, my embedded command to my brain. Right. Slow down. Think for yourself, not reacting. Think how to respond to the situation. I use the mommy example, but as you say, when it comes to the business decision, someone's like, you meet a salesman, you want to buy, but you want to think twice to look at that. Or when there's an opportunity, do I jump for this opportunity or do I not? And often in sales call, they put in this like scarcity. It's like, okay, let me think. Because you know it. When you say, I still have something I need to take time, then you know that you need to consider. There always opportunity come your way, but is this the best things for me right now? There's a time and place. We need to be clear about that. Does that helpful? Like, as I said, when you ask me a question, I give you so much explanation. But this is how physiological, how our brain works. This is very important. We need to understand each of us. Is that specific, Lee, how you would like to know with different situation?
Thank you so much, Catherine. That's really very helpful.
Good, fantastic. Any other question? Anyone else want to clarify? Because I understand each of us have different condition. This breathing technique in generally, as I said, is 95% success rate, but each of us have different experience and along a different journey path. So text me, I'm happy to individualize it for you. Because that's why I said, I'm not creating Catherine 2.0. I'm helping you to create your 2.0. It is very important. What works for me, what I'm teaching, 95%. It'll just simple and straightforward for you to follow and treat it to your own way. But some, we need to be more specific. How I could design specific journey or program for you individually. All right. If not, again, as I said, I always talk so much. Okay, does anyone need to really run off at the hour mark, or okay, we keep going? Yeah. All right, that's fine. So you guys can watch a replay. For those who watch a replay as well, Text me individually if you have any question about this breathing technique or any other way will help you to reduce your level of stress. Okay, now, what have we got? Today we have, I'll keep it very simple and straightforward, is what is the connection between the mind and the body? Remember we spoke about our soul. What is consistent in our soul? Our mind. I'll give you the first answer. Type in, what's the other two? The mind. W, will, spirit. Okay, that is the whole body, a whole person. Yeah, in the soul is the mind, the emotion, and the will. All right, so in the mind, we are embedded into, let me show you this. All right, can you guys see that clearly? That our mind is part of our body. So why is it important? What's the reason that it's important for us to have a healthy body, healthy mind, in order to have healthy in other areas as well? All right, so this one, the importance of healthy body, healthy mind connection. What will happen to you have a healthy body? Do you feel well and being active? Type a 1 as a yes, no as a 2. Someone already said a healthy mind, that we already practice meditation, that you will be able to focus, not just focus, engage. That focus on a single task at a time. And you won't be multitasking. Multitasking actually takes more energy. But when you focus one task at a time, do it and finish it and move on to the next one. Because we were taught in the past, like, oh, the phone should be fine. Okay, I need to text Christine. Oh, hang on, there's an email coming. Let me see the email first. And then I finish looking at the email. It's like, what was I doing? Anyone identify with that? Okay, so when you do that, focus on it, unless it's emergency. Okay, don't go. But Catherine told me not to worry about other things when there's a fire in the kitchen. Okay, so we need to be able to understand. I need to focus on my email right now. I'll finish my email. When you're focusing on your job, switch off your email notification. That's a blessing or a curse. But we need to take the best thing is, I can just email my cousin in Hong Kong straight away. Within an hour, I will know. Okay. All right. So, and then a healthy social life keep you connected. You fill your cup. No one's really an island here. Even an extrovert person will need to have connection. How many of you have been to a restaurant and saw two men sitting across each other and have a meal? And they didn't talk. And then when they finish pay the bill, they stand up, shook hand. I don't know whether you hear, but they actually say, what a best meeting we had today. What do you think the story behind? Men don't talk. What do? They go golfing together. They play games together. That's the best day, not like us ladies, okay? I'll just use that as an extreme example. But how many of us can actually go for a lunch and we can keep quiet for the entire lunch? Anyone? Because that's how we connect. So it's okay, we know that we are all specially made in our own way. Can you imagine Catherine not talking for an hour? Do you think what happened up here? See, I laugh at myself. You guys already know me. Imagine Catherine not talking for an hour. Okay, all right. As I grow older, I realize that I need to learn to practice in silence. So I do go on silent retreat on my own. It's hard, but I'm getting my comfort zone out and get me the time to reflect. Anyway, let's move on. And a healthy spirit keep you fulfilled and lit up. Okay, the spirit will cover that on next Tuesday. All right, then what is important right now, we need to understand what we put in our body, it will become who we are. How many of you are actually on a pathway been saying, I want to eat healthy, or I want to eat more natural? Okay, so as I said, we already know there's a guru out there is good. I follow them and make it how it worked for me. All right, so Tony Robbins been in the life coaching business for the last 44 years. And same thing, when you guys come onto my call, if you find something interesting, it's out of my IP, you could use it. But just let people know that where I learned from, because this is the mutual respect. Okay, so there's 12 things he said. What is important? First thing we practice already today. Vital breathing, proper breathing. Don't just breathe up to 60% of your lung. That's why, you know, a lot of people who suffer some form of anxiety is because we don't breathe properly, in a general speaking. Leaving water and leaving, you know, food. What does that mean? Is how clean is your water? Again, this could be a whole topic in a webinar already. Leaving food. How often do we eat processing food? I'm a guilty one. I love KFC. Anyone? Anyone love KFC? But I don't eat it every day. Don't feel bad when you want something. When you try to control something that you want to eat and not eating it, do you think you're doing good or harm to yourself? Unless you're telling me I'm having KFC 3 days a meal, then I'm like, darling, let's sit down and do a limiting belief, or let's do a switch pattern to help you to switch that pattern of behavior. Essential oil. Christine knows that I'm a lover of essential oil. We don't just use it for the good smell, but that is such a vitality thing. Pure essential oil is the bloodline of the plant. You get the best thing. Alkaline issue, alkaline toxicity is important for us to understand how acidic our body becomes. Is easier for us to get sick, all right? And also impacting our mood. And then maximize our nutrition. Are we having a balance? What we're taking into our body. Structure alignment, I slightly covered already. Imagine you sitting up straight, how much better you do for your body. How many of you have seen elderly lady or elderly man like this? I'll show you, like they're like this, their back is like this. And then they have a lot of health problems. Do you know what happened to them when they have a curved back? Even for us to stand like this is 1 degree forward of our head. They increase almost up to 20 kgs of the weight for our neck and our back. I stand like this for a few minutes, I'm like, oh my goodness. Okay, we have to look after our structure of our body, the bone and the joint. Our mind. How many of us actually read regularly? Good, fantastic. But how many of us actually struggle to really enjoy just even 2 pages, or we skim through the page, not getting the essence of the book? Okay. Another trick is, I think I'm up to my 100 books already. This did the last 6 months of, I listen to book. All right, I listen and they summarize for me as well. I don't just listen to the entire book. They do a summary. Then it helps me to decide, that's the book I really read in the thorough details. Okay, that saved me time at the same time to help me to get to, I'm passionate about reading. Because I often buy books after the first chapter, I feel like, it's not really connecting to me, I put them aside. So once I listen, I finished 1 book this morning after I dropped off my son. There's another workshop. I craft out the time that I will listen 10 to 20 minutes a day to listen to a book. And when I find that I'm connected to that topic, I go and buy that book and read it. All right. Aerobic exercise is, again, is our cardiology. It's important for us to increase the intake of our oxygen, but also I'm going to cover more like in the next 10 minutes about the hormone that we're creating or increasing. And I mentioned already, processing fat, animal fresh, I'll leave it to you guys because I can tell you, I reduce my meat intake, but I still really like my meat too, to be honest. And then dairy products, again, there's more research showing in the past 10 years already telling us, is it really for us? Or you go to plant-based milk. Okay, but as I said, this topic is such a vast topic that I promise I'll do a webinar on this and we'll talk about that. And now possibly we'll invite some of my girlfriends who are the nutrition gurus. Okay, oh, another thing, there's a book coming out. I'm writing a book with other dozen of girlfriends. It is coming out this year. And for those who want to write a book and being published author, contact me, okay, after the call. Or those who are watching replay, just send me a message that if you're interested, we can look into how I could include you in that as well. And then alcohol, acidic addiction. All right. Again, as I say, it's a balance. So we don't go absolutely nothing. unless that's an issue with alcohol or some other form of drugs. Again, research showing that red wine is actually good for us. But what kind of red wine, again, and what do people put into the wine for the preservative? That's the issues here. Okay, now let's look at this. Do you guys need me to explain more the goodness of exercise? Because I'll cover that in the next few slides, because I'm aware that some of you might need to go. But the fact is, we know that the most important thing is more neurotransmitter and feel-good chemical release through exercise. Okay, tell you what's the difference. I go for hiking as my walk to make sure that I go up the hill, at least 200 meters elevation, the height. I need to climb up. So my heart rate go higher. It's the same distance, 5 kilometers, but if I just go around the block of my house for 5 kilometers, I don't feel the difference. I can't feel any physiological or psychological changes because it's not elevating my heart rate and the production of my hormone. All right. And then exercise actually clear, improve your brain fog. How many of us actually feel there's a glazier when you're trying to focus, but there's something here, okay? There's many reasons, but exercise is one of the important stuff. That's why we need to do exercise. But how many of us been informed how many good things are here? When you exercise, you actually sleep better as well. How many of you actually get your children to run around your house, get them tired, and then go and sleep like a log? How many of you see children like when they cry really, and that helps them to exert the exercise? Actually, crying is a form of exercise. So learn to manage is like, this sound is, how do I draw this? We can still listen to it, but how do you train your mind? There's white noises, but what do you focus? Because when I go up to Mount Dandenong, because they still have major highway there, major road, I can hear trucks and stuff like that. But then one side I can hear the truck going through, past. One side I can hear the birds singing. Which one do you focus? If I focus on that, I was like, I come up to relax, drags. You focus on the negative side. But if I focus on the bird singing, I hear them more often. This becomes the background noise. Do with me, put your finger in front of your eyes, focus on your finger and look past it. Can you see my face clearly? Cannot, right? But if I look past my finger and focus on the screen, you look past your finger and focus on the screen and look at me. Is it clear? But the finger becomes fuzzy, isn't it? So where your focus goes, your energy goes. All right, when we focus on the positive, something will still in the background, but we increase our positiveness on something. Okay. All right, I need to share the screen. Thank you. See, I'm so excited. Now, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 different things to show you the goodness of the exercise. Okay. And mentally, physiologically, that's a benefit. And what is more important for us is how do we naturally increase the production of all these 4 hormones? How many of you have not seen these 4 hormones or not knowing what they are? Dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, and endorphins. Okay, so what is important for us to know about these 4 hormones? I'll quickly go through with you what are the good things about these 4 hormones. Dopamine enable you to be motivated and help you to learn better and have pleasure. How many of you want that? And how many of you know how to increase your dopamine naturally without using drugs? Oxytocin. Are you guys familiar with this hormone name? Oxytocin. How many of you actually think that oxytocin and sex? Does that come up to your mind? People say, oh, if I want more oxytocin, I need to have more sex. Is that true? Put up your hand, you think it's true. Oh, no one thinks it's true. But do you know that we actually can do it for ourselves? I'm not saying like, Well, ladies, we all grown up. But you know what? You don't really need to have sex in order to increase oxytocin. You know how to do it? You want to know how to do it? Nobody say yes. Okay, I'll keep the secret. One very simple thing is when you can do that is how you to feel a feeling of trust, how you to motivate to build and sustain a relationship. Okay. How many of you have pets or have pet a dog before? So when you pet the dog, how the dogs respond to you? Do they try to run away, or do they actually put their head like on your neck, on your lap or your feet? Just come on, keep going. When you stop, they look up to you. Oh, more, please. How many of you seen that? Okay. But imagine, let's do this together, just gently. I'm a bit excited. So now when I do, I feel the tingling. But try to do this if you just slowly stroke your arm. What sensation do you have? Gently say to your own name, Catherine, you're gentle, you're beautiful. How do you feel about that? You feel or like, oh, this is quite nice. This is a way of self-soothing. Okay, let me see whether I can. Oh, I haven't had a soft toy. For some feel like I'm not used to it with different, history in the past that, yeah, unexpectedly nice, isn't it? So it's like, or another trick is, your ear. Anyone is familiar with the reflexology? Not necessarily reflexology, the Chinese acupuncture. Try to do this. Try to touch your ear slowly. And it's actually a lot of different acupuncture points on your ear. Okay? Just do it. It's like, wow. This might be new to you, but for those who still might even have still babies or toddler or even kids, sometimes I do this to my son. All right? You stroke their forehead. You can see the eye. He fight. I'm not going to sleep. He fight. But do this. This is a family secret. Then I wonder what my mom would do for me. Then this scientific girl is like, go and do research. It's like, what happened to the ear when you stroke? And then through acupuncture, like my doctor actually pinned my ear. It's so painful. But after the first painful experience, I fall asleep on the bed. So it's a lot of nerves here. So this is how you could increase your oxytocin. Serotonin, what does that do for you? How many of you actually want to feel powerful? Feel that you can conquer the world? Feel that you're being accepted anywhere as you walk into the room? How many of you actually go into a party, you would just like, hey, I'm here? Or you actually, some of you walk in the room quietly and the corners like, watch, where's my friend? Is my friend here? Then I'm coming with that. Or you feel confident, walk in, walk around, hi, to a stranger, hi, and then you find, oh, you're here. But being confident, we need to increase our serotonin in what we're doing. Endorphin. A lot of people say endorphin is going to mask your pain, but actually endorphin is very important. I'll keep that the secret. I just want you to listen more attentively in the next few minutes, all right? So dopamine, as I said, it helps you to keep your motivation, help you to learn and keep your pleasure. How do we do that? All right. Excuse me, I have to read my notes. I want to give you the correct information because, as I said, my mind jumps so fast, I will skip, sentences. Okay, again, the meditation. Remember, I said, let's learn a bit of meditation, quiet ourselves down, because this is how you increase, one of the way, your dopamine level. Okay, when you regularly meditate, it increases 65% dopamine in your body. It helps you to be living in more ease and flow, to make more dopamine, to make a daily to-do list. Now I'm telling you why I asked you to make a list of your intention for the day and your to-do list. And tick it. That help you to increase your dopamine. And again, as I mentioned just now, food that are rich in L-tyrosine, Tyrosine, such as avocado, fish, eggs, cheese, banana, and pumpkin seed. All right, this is just example. But if you're dairy intolerant, don't go and eat a piece of cheese, okay? My disclaimer, don't go and eat a piece of cheese when you are like dairy intolerant, okay? But there's many other ways you can substitute with plant-based food. Again, exercise, all right? Exercise that you enjoy most will give you the most increase of dopamine level. Remember, I said I don't like to go to the gym. In fact, another secret, my PT fired me. He told me, do not come back. It's a true story. That's why I go hiking. Kate is not here. Kate is a good friend of mine. She's a PT, but she's the one that I met. I went hiking and I feel like, I love this. I love this, okay? And create. That's why I want you guys to write. Writing, music, art, and craft help you to create more dopamine. How many of this you guys are already doing? Is it really difficult for you to incorporate into your daily routine? Now, just start with one. Start with one, Tanya. As I say, we all are on a different journey, as well for people who watch replay. Because I don't know how you guys react, respond, but when you are on live, I know how you are, then I could check with you guys, okay? So when you watch replay, type replay and let me know. This is something I'm not quite sure on how, or even in the group share. We have a lot of experts here, or ladies are in, expertise in different things, then we can learn from one another. That's the important thing. No one is an island. We all learn something new every day. So therefore, we are not actually dying. How about that? How good is that? We're actually learning something and moving forward. All right. Oxytocin, already show you guys. But it's like, oh, it's tiring. How many of you actually get your children to massage you? Come, massage mommy, I feel good. How many seconds they will say, mommy, I'm tired. Christine, you have nephew and nieces. How many of you try to get them to massage you? They'll say, how much are you going to pay me? Okay. So massage is another thing, another way, as I say, physical touch. But how about for us lady? How many of you actually feel good after going and just chit chat with your girlfriend, but you don't remember the content, what you talk about, but you feel like, so nice, so happy, what a great catch up. But none of us remember what we actually spoke about. Or like as WhatsApp, hey, which brand did you say that was actually good vitamins for the children? Which doctor you said actually is good? Which tutor you said actually is good? That you ask, like, didn't we spoke about that? We don't remember, but you're just so happy as you walk away. Your husband asks you, look at you, oh, you had a good day. Yeah, I spent time with my friend. So my husband, go spend more time with your girlfriend. Come back to be a better wife. So it's not a better wife, be happy. When he sees me smiling, it brings the best to his world. That when he knows that I'm happy and feeling fulfilled. Again, music is calming to help you to calm, but will help you to increase the oxytocin. Again, exercise and meditate. All right, acupuncture. Touch a pet. How many of you actually heard of pet therapy? Or my secret is, I haven't had a pet yet, but my son is counting the date. Yes, we said when he turned 10, he's turning 10 next year, that he'll get a pet. I'm getting a pet, mom. And every second day I get a reminder. Because my husband actually allergic to animal fur. So we had to find a dog that is not really high energy or don't shed their fur, because I need to clean up. I think I'm the one who clean up. How many of you actually your children said, I'll clean up after pet, but like it end up you're doing it? Okay, so but the secret is what I'm saying is you might not have a pet, but you might have a soft toy, or you might be able to get a pillow or cushion, your special pillow or cushion or soft toy to hug, to have that special connection for you. And another secret, as I'm a lover of essential oil, this is a Northern Light, Christine. Sorry, this is our special connection when we talk about, this is one of the highs. Put a drop of this essential oil into your toy or your cushion and smell that to help you soothe. You remember, use your 5 senses. I promise you, I'll do a session for you guys for the essential oil to explain to you what is important, how important to choose the good, and the most beneficial essential oil for you. Cold shower. Any one of you have done cold shower? Good. I tried that. I said I try. I know it's good, but I like hot shower. But actually, it's good for you. Like Tell me who have done cold shower and have continued to do it every day. My coach, I can tell you that I have a coach. He does it every day because it's so good for you to do it for your wakest life. Oh, 10, you've done ice bath. Fantastic. Okay. Actually, cold shower is really good for your entire body to build up your immune system. All right. So there's a lot of benefit about that as well. Okay, let's quickly go through serotonin. How do we increase our serotonin? Straightforward again, exercise to increase serotonin and dopamine, but also help you to balance them, because too much dopamine is actually not good. That's where the addictive behavior. I'm not sure where you guys have seen some people actually become very addicted to certain things, substance or gaming. Anyone could identify that? Because that increase too much of dopamine. So serotonin will help us to balance that. Okay, again, exercise, cold shower, eating the food like banana, eggs, omega-3 fish, nuts, seeds, and leafy green means like dark green veggie, and having probiotic. Again, getting a massage. All right. Another secret. What's the difference with dopamine? It's the same thing, right? You just do the same thing. You increase both hormones. But for serotonin, in my assessment about a person, how severely a person like suffer from depression, also assess that, do they have sufficient vitamins D? Sunshine every day, sunshine 10 to 15 minutes will help you to increase your serotonin. And it's important to have very good serotonin to help you to have the balance of dopamine. Okay, so that's why in Russia, a lot of people are alcoholic. By age of 5, it's another friend said, by age of 5, some kids already started drinking and smoking. Because remember I said, they only have 4 hours sunlight. And there's a lot of issues over in the Eastern European country. All right, but so are we here, unfortunately. I'm not here to bring the system. The system is good, but we only need to take out the good thing, and the not so good thing is how we improve. In any country, we have our own issues. Now, it's a lot of information here. Any questions for the 4 good hormones? Yes, no, or type in the chat screen. I know you guys still feel a bit nervous about speaking, but type in the chat screen and let me know any question that I'll be happy to. Okay, Tam, warm shower help my muscle cool time. Okay, good. Yeah. So that's why I say, you know, I know, Tam, I know cold shower is good, but I take 30 seconds, I struggle. So I haven't really continued with that. But like, yes, do what is best for your body. You are the one who know what's best for you. Even in my clinical work, I talk to my client, I said, you are the expert of yourself, because I talk to you for 1 hour. You go back home 24/7 being with you. That's what is important. All right. Which is the best pro and prebiotic? There's a lot of them are in the market. Okay. In general, if the probiotic or prebiotic does not need to be refrigerated, they're not really real. Because pro and prebiotic are live culture. Okay. Now,
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, that's the one of the most general. I know Christine and Christine looking at me like there's something. Yes, you guys can either contact me or Christine if you want to. That we do know a very good brand, but as I said, I'm here to service you guys. I'm not here to sell. All right, but with our personal choice and our relationship with other company, we do know. But the fact is, as I said, I'm not here to sell anything. So in general, if the pre and probiotic does not need to be refrigerated, even after open, means they're not live culture. The Yoo-Hoo, you know, the Yoo-Hoo that you drink is live culture. But how much sugar in that? Oops, I bring it. But we all know the content of the sugar in those drinks is like, you need to be careful. Okay, so that's it. All right, which one is, yeah. Okay, all right. Now, then let's move forward with the booklet. Have you guys got the second booklet? All right. Now, no one need to rush off. Good. Then You got my second booklet. Something interesting. Just give me a second. My computer crashed. Good. See? Did anyone saw my post last night? If anything in doubt, switch off, switch on first to solve your computer problem. Okay. Now the notes and morning ritual. What are the morning ritual you guys would like to add on for the next couple of days? You will have today, tomorrow, and Sunday, especially for the Northern American ladies. For those who watch replay, we have spoke about so many different type of morning ritual that you can use, but we don't have to rush to do all of them. Try to keep up to 3 or even just 2 when you are first started. Okay. All right. Now, it's like, but we already covered this, Catherine. The daily planning, we know what to do. Okay. As I said, I'll always take a small step at a time. Remember, I said, now let's take time today. What are the things that you want to invest into yourself? Just like I said, morning ritual, what would you like to add on? How would you invest into yourself today? And what are the things you need to do? Let's write it down. Let's take a couple of minutes to write that down. Okay. Now, one more step I want to add on. How many of you actually heard of like SMART goal? Good. SMART. For those, so just be patient with me. I will explain to others because this is important. We set the intention, we set the morning ritual, but when I say maybe just one day you feel like something not feeling to do it or what's happening, okay? So when we set a goal, the intention is as like a goal. When we set the intention, we need to be specific, measurable as you write down, accountable, realistic, and time measurable. So I get you guys to post your intention and reflection means is part of the SMART goal, being accountable. Be specific. That's why I said, write down your morning ritual and choose what you want to do. All right, measurable. Okay, be so specific is like, I will wake up 15 minutes early. Yeah, then you wake up 15 minutes what to do what? I will do meditation. But have you got a meditation app? Or have you got some music? Or do you have you know that you're going to YouTube to look for the program? For those who haven't done it before, it's like I listen to Joe Dispenza, but it's a lot of information there. What I'll suggest is in the morning, go to YouTube, type in Alpha Wave, ALPHA. Alpha Wave is a calming brain wave that you do it in the morning to help you to stay calm. Just listen to that. Even 5 minutes is going to be really beneficial already. And I guarantee danger, 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 danger. It's very addictive. Okay. Then it's very specific already where to go, right? 5 minutes, because I deliberately leave out that we need to write down what's your 15 minutes. Then if you wait till in the morning, oh, what did Catherine say? Oh, go to YouTube, and like the 15 minutes is quickly gone. And I want to give Christine a big shout out. Christine did not just say what I did well. It's like, I woke up, but I quickly grabbed my phone and look at it and realize I'm doing all this old habit. Put it down, focus. Being honest with ourselves. That part I need to be mindful. This is so natural. Our phone, how many of you sleep next to your phone? Okay. They actually have sleep mode. They actually you can tell that to turn it off when you're doing. That's why I say don't do Messenger and unless it's really emergency, then you don't need to look at like what's the message. Because I have so many girlfriends throughout the day, the WhatsApp is ding, 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 ding. But you know what the secret? I mute them all. So I don't check until in the evening. unless it's really urgent. I said, if anything urgent, you guys know my phone number, because my phone don't ring nowadays for personal call. I actually like to hear their voices. Anyway, I won't keep, okay, be measurable, all right? 5 minutes, listen to alpha wave. And then maybe even 5 minutes, start stretching your body. So accountable, you put in, just like Christine, like a lot of you guys, Heidi, have put in 10, Beth. Good on you guys, good job, all right? Realistic. Is it being realistic to say, I'll do meditation for an hour and listen to the alpha wave? I guarantee you, I'm definitely guarantee you, within 30 seconds, your mind will wander off to, what do I need to do? Oh, yesterday, oh shit, what did I say to that person? How could I? Oh, my child need to, what? I need to prepare the lunchbox. Okay, be realistic. When we first started, to close your eyes to meditate for 1 minute, it seems like eternity. All right, I know Christine have done meditation for a long time, so she can just sit there. But how long did it take you, Christine, to really get those running thoughts to go away? Okay, good on you guys.
The meditation for a long time, it was starting out slowly, 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and then you go. So now when I meditate, like with me, I can do it just with an affirmation, but I still to this day get those thought forms and thought bubbles that come in, but I'm now used to that where I go, no, and I can swish it straight back out. But it takes practice. It does take practice, and everybody's different and meditates differently. So be gentle with yourself is the best advice, I would say.
Thank you. See, we all started somewhere. Thank you, Christine, for sharing, because this is important. No one master straight away. Practice, practice, practice. You become the master. Okay. Practice. What do you need to get here? Practice, make perfect. Practice, make permanent. The more you practice, the more it stays with you. All right. Again, time measurable. When are you going to do it? Well, if I show you my schedule, okay, I have my schedule here. Look at all these color chart. I'm still editing my time, mastery. I actually mark out 2 hours in the morning, but I don't wake up at 5 a.m. every morning because I want to listen to my body. But these 2 hours, I know that before 7 o'clock, I want to slot in at least 2 of my morning ritual. But from time to time, you might have to change as well. Okay, so be specific when you want to do your task. So have you guys written the task you want to do and the to-do list? Then move on to the top 3 tasks. You listed and the time, you're going to do it. Another secret, when you want to invest in yourself, we are all very capable, and I don't want to use busy. The reason I don't like people to use busy is we all busy. If I want to count you how many things I need to get done in a day, you'll be like, whoa, you're busy. I said, no, I'm not busy. That is being productive to get tasks done. Okay. So put in your top 3 tasks. When we are very productive people, it's better to get all the investment aspect to yourself, the things that you find it difficult, challenging. The most challenging thing is to invest into yourself first. Do it before 12 noon of the day. Okay. When you wake up, sometime I think this morning I wake up, okay, I have about an hour for myself. But sometimes I woke up at 7 a.m. I know I need to prepare lunch and everything. I said, okay, deep breath. It's all right. You miss out. You slept in. Your body wanted you to sleep in because you can naturally wake up the time that you want. All right. It's just a matter of practice. So I take a deep breath. Then I go and get ready my son. If during this, school day, I send him off. Because for me, I work for myself. So I can say, I don't start my appointment until 10 a.m. That's why this time is 10 a.m. is my time. I only say, if you want to do it, you come to the live call, you will make it when you make a commitment. Then when I come home, there's a 9 to 10 o'clock, that's a gap. All right. I don't schedule a lot of things at 9 a.m. unless something emergency come up. Then I still have half an hour to myself to do what I might not have time to do it. So before 12 o'clock, first thing is, if you miss out, make sure there's a gap in the day that you can invest into yourself to reset yourself. So as I said, when I come back, I have my oil routine. Oil routine is one way to increase our vibration, okay? But I don't want to give you guys too much information. The basic is to put the task, put the time you want to do it. And if you find that you might forget, set the alarm, because this is another thing to help you to build the confidence, okay? Being confident is when you say something, I'm going to do this for myself, and you complete it. This is a step to help you to build your confidence and trust in yourself. How many of us can say, I'm 100% trusting myself. When I say something, I will definitely complete that? No one put up their hand, all right? But it's not that you will never be able to trust or be confident. Start today. Now is the time. For those who listen to the replay, it's not a brain game. It's just that we have too many distractions. It's not all your fault, but we need to understand that when we recognize something, what's the lesson and how we're going to move forward. Okay, any question? Okay, good. Reflection. All right. So this is up to the next few days. All right. Now, any question? I'll open the floor. How this is straight about the make back. Good. Any question, anyone, or any shares? Very polite, everyone. Yes. Yeah, Isabel.
Isabel. Yeah,
Yeah.
hello everyone. Hello ladies, you are amazing. And Catherine, I have no words. You are very, very good at what you do.
Thank you.
So what I want to share is about the cold showers. Before I started doing the cold showers, I just tried to do warm showers, and it was very, very bad. And I'm a Tony Robbins fan as well as you are. And last year I've done 2 years ago, I've done the Life Mastery. So there was before we started the Life Mastery, we had to prepare an ice bath. And then to do the cold showers. So I started with an ice bath. I couldn't imagine that I'm going to be able to do that. But I felt very empowered. I said that, oh my God, if the other people can, how come I cannot? So it's a must for me. The moment I said that is a must, and you know very well from Tony Robbins that whatever we say to ourselves that is a must, we are going to do. The should doesn't count. The try doesn't count. So the must, it's what I decided on that day. And since then, I have been doing cold showers every day. And I don't even feel the cold. So it's great. But it's just because I set my mind with the must, not that I should. So this is what I wanted to share for you ladies, if you want to do it, not to try, because the try is nothing. It's not doing anything trying. If you want to do it, just set it as a must. And they work great. So this is what I wanted to share with you. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Wonderful. Anyone else want to share? Would like to share? All right. Well, to add on to Isabel, what is important is I must. All right. So before we step into the I must, as you said, not I shall, I should. I want you to think about this. Can I do this? Who would like to say, I can? Yay. When you say I can, then the next step is Tammy say, I will. Now today we learned that I must. What is it? The meaning of I must? It becomes became your non-negotiable. I must. There's no skipping that. So Isabel, I must. Even say I must. I start my cold shower tomorrow morning. And I will share. I won't take my phone in the shower and show you I'm doing a cold shower. But I must. Because I know. I know the benefit. It just like, oh, I must. So who is
And
I
what-
must?
Yeah, and another thing, it helped me when I did my shower. So I have a song that I chose that empowers me. So and whenever I hear that song, I know that is a must. So I anchored myself to that song.
Yeah.
So it
It's
helps as well.
Fantastic. It's a priming. Okay. Now, what are we going to do now? One more step. You know, to write your intention, take action, and write down your reflection for the evening and share on the Facebook. The next few days for the weekend, I know it's a weekend, but I want you to experience. That's why I designed it. I'm not have the third call on a Sunday. Weekend, our mindset is also different. Our body also respond to the weekend different. It's just that they say, how would they know it's a weekend? It does, remember? Our body self actually store a lot of things without us knowing. But I want you to start thinking, I must wake up. I must wake up 20 minutes early. So was it a big stretch for you to wake up 15 minutes early in the last couple of days? No? Good. Now, I'll leave it to you guys to the next 20 minutes in the next few days to wake up 20 minutes early. That's how we stretch and step out of our comfort zone, but yet not such a big stretch, but your body will be slowly getting used to it. Who is going to join all of us to wake up 20 minutes earlier in the next few days? Yay, so good, so good. I love you all. I love you all. You all so special. Fantastic. Now, this is exciting. That's what I normally only will have this gift on our last call, but that's a gift to you guys. Who would like to have a game plan 30-minute strategy call with me next week? If you want to, type me in the chat screen so I'll have the record, because it's important to have your game plan done, especially for you, and how we'll be able to travel together. Fantastic. Tanya, yay, Tam, Heidi, all right. Now, I'm going to pick you guys. Heidi, I want to listen to you. I want to hear from you, and for the rest of the ladies to know what are the reason. Okay.
The reason for the strategy call, wanting the strategy.
Yeah.
Just because I feel like I need some direction, you know, some strategy, some kind of routine with my life, so that I can get my business happening and launching. So yeah, it's just tying all your advice in together, I guess, into that would be really beneficial to have that personalized. Yeah. Thank you.
Congratulations. Congratulations, like taking the first step.
Thanks.
Like, I can tell that you're so ready. Okay. Anyone else want to share to celebrate? So we all can celebrate. Let's put our hand together for Heidi. Anyone want to celebrate with us? Share with us, like, what's the reason you want to have a strategy call with me? Like, you know, what is it that you want to get out of it? Anyone? Yes, Isabel?
Yeah, you said so. I haven't been for the first session. I listened to that in the replay. So, and you said that you've been managing a very big business, 67 people in CBD. Yeah, did I hear well?
I had 6 psychologists with me
6
at that time. Yep, but in between
So
2000 and
so you've managed.
and
Yeah, for me, I struggle with giving up control. You know, I have two businesses, and I am the business operator because I cannot give up the fact that I have to let someone else to do things. And it's just me that I'm the one who knows how to do, and no one else is going to be able to do it. So for this reason, I suffer a lot because I work a lot. I am very, very, very busy. Even now, while I'm having this, I did my cycling time. So I was riding my bicycle. I had my cold shower before. I cook 3 meals the same time. So the time it's very limited for me, and I don't know how to let someone else to enter in my things.
Okay. Wow, I'm very tempted to help you have this limiting belief to break through, but I understand we've gone through. Okay, two things what I hear. Am I correct? Time is an issue, and two is you are in the business, the control. You felt like no one else can do the great job like you.
Yes.
Okay. Can someone help me with the calculator? We all given 24 hours a day, and each hour has 60. Yeah.
I have 4 kids. So.
Yep. 2 kids or 4 kids?
4 kids.
4. Yeah, absolutely. No problem. Calculator 24 hours by 60 minutes by 60 seconds. How many seconds do we have in a day? It's quite a lot. But any of us are so special. 86,400. Wow, the math person. I always love the Asian should have known the math. But I said I should have known that. But this is not important because I know I can always calculate. So even I ask you guys, lovely lady, someone put a calculator for me. How many seconds is it in a day? 86,400. Anyone so special that you actually could double it in the actual time frame that you could have 48 hours in a day? No, right? But each day, each morning when we woke up, we all given this 86,400 seconds to start new again. So we are all equal. I understand we have so much commitment, all right? With the time, again, today we talk about so much that, well, how we focus. You have done exercise, you try to do. It also comes to the sense of control. How much you need to use your hand in your business and how much you can actually let someone to do it. All right, 3 things. As I said, some of you are starting your business, some of you are actually in your business, some of you are actually scaling up, all right? So within my company, I have 6 to 7 staff in the past, right? At the moment, I'm downsizing to 1, but that's another story to tell you why, because I share with you guys about the IVF. That's why I cut out all my overhead. So I don't have a physical office now. I actually deal with, as I say, deal with colleges. So they have thousands of students and staff. So imagine that how many people I actually need to deal with, all right? So all of us, I will see that we are entrepreneurs. Otherwise, you guys would not be attracted to me. Whether you are in business already or stepping into business, the universe is very interesting. You see something in me that you're actually owning it, but you don't see it at the moment. That's where I'm saying the tailor-made program for you is to help you to see that part of you, what you want from Catherine, to help you to own it, to shine it, because a lot of us been playing small. And I shared with you before on my post that I play small because I was told not to shine. But now, sorry, Pastor, I don't give a fuck. If you think that I'm too domineering, I'm sorry, that's your issue, not mine. I'm not dominating. So 3 things as a business owner, I was a freaking good counselor at the TAFE. When I want to leave and start my business, remember one of the story I said, may not be here. My director is one of the directors who would not give money to you for people to do program, right? I'm the one who giving money to do program in a TAFE. They asked me, how could we keep you here when I want to leave? All right. So I'm a really good technician. So I can start my business. My first year stepping out of a full-time job, I make 90K. It's not about the money, but how many of us know that when you're first starting a business, if you could put food, bread and butter on the table, you're already very successful. But let alone back in 2007, 90K in Australia was a high salary at that time. but that was my revenue for the first 12 months. And my first revenue in the 3 months of when I started coaching, it was beyond 90K already. That's why my coach gave me a 100K. No, what's the club? The 100 club, because that's I make them up. But in the business, we need to know it's not money is the most important, but we need to have that to see that how we have achieved certain things. Thank you, ladies. You all have given me really good compliment. I'm good at what I'm doing. I know it. I own it. I don't apologize for it anymore. So I'm a freaking good technician. So when you're a technician and when you're so good, but how can they do the same thing as me? My husband is telling me, Catherine, you need to be able to copy yourself into other psychologists so they're doing the same thing you're doing. I said, darling, no one could be ever like me because I'm so freaking good. No, actually, because in counseling, we all have our taste, our color, our forte, how we do things. I just need to trust them. They're doing the best for that client. So I employ people, I see that they have the best interest of another person when they step into their way. So being a technician, I learned to manage. I give people opportunity, especially the young one. And our stories, because I started young when I stepped into the mental health profession. I was told I did not have enough wisdom to counsel people. I was 24. All right. But when I stepped out and being a supervisor, I gave the fresh graduate. I mentor them, I manage them, I let them do. Obviously, they won't be at risk to the community, but I learned to manage and let them to learn their lesson and teach them. So we manage. So that's how I build my business. Learn to manage, but you still might be feel like, as long as they get the task done for me, I'm a macro manager, but like I need to learn to be micro sometimes because their task not getting done is not right. Because if it is affecting my client and my business, I will be telling you straight. Okay. I learned to be a manager. Okay.
But the question is, was your business or you work for someone?
No, it's my business.
When you started, when I started,
I had my private practice as a psychologist.
Okay.
Okay. And then the third one, in a business as an entrepreneur, you need to learn to be a director, a creator. That once you become a very good manager, you let someone to manage your business and you take the direction of your business, where you want to go. And you need to let your people know what's your mission and vision. That's why I'm having Beth and my VA here, because you know that this costs worth thousands of dollars. All right. So 3 things as an entrepreneur, are you really freaking good technician? You know what you're doing, you know what you're talking. When you know you're not good at something, you go and find out and do it the best and improve yourself. Are you a good manager? Thanks, Heidi. Yeah. Yeah, sorry, I know I go over time, sorry, but I'm not sorry because it's so much, like you guys are so good at drawing so much out of me. Then again, need to know when you need to take your business to the next level. How are you taking the direction and being the creativity person to create opportunity and the new opportunity for your company or your business or for your employee? I want to have people who work for me that they love to come to do work for me. All right. Yes, leadership and delegation, that's part of it. It's so much. I'm still learning as a creator and director. We're all learning, but I know what I'm good at. I know I can manage. Okay, but nowadays it changed so much that last time I have my EA and PA, they are face-to-face with me. Now I'm working with Beth and they all are overseas. Okay, so is it clear? Is that Isabel, does that help you to answer your question? So we need to take small step at a time. Yeah. So I think I will definitely, Beth will email you guys, not email, this one, message you guys my, my link or, okay, Beth, messenger each of the ladies who say you want to have a strategy call with me, that organize a time next week that we could, even though I say it's 30 minutes, but let's block an hour because I trust myself that I'll speak so much. All right. Okay. Any other question? I think this is really good. Like, ask question as much as you could, because that's the benefit on live call. Again, for those who replay, all you need to do is message us and we organize a strategy call with you. But like, I have so much to give. I want to keep giving, but I don't want to keep talking now. Unless you ask me a question, I'm not going to talk now.
I want to ask something, but I don't know what I want to ask. So
No, go for it.
I
Tam,
don't know. I want to say
you want
something.
to ask about, you are also starting a business. I'll help you out here because I know that it's quite nerve-wracking to speak live on the call. Let me help you here. Okay. What is that?
I love to talk as well, and I like going live and all those things because I like connecting with people.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And when you say, does anyone have questions, and then if no one says anything, I'm like, no, someone has to talk, someone has to have some juicy thing. And then I think, what can I say? And I'm like, and then my brain goes, you know, when people say, do you have any questions? Your brain sometimes just goes, nope, I'm going blank for you just because you asked.
Thanks, Tania. I'll see you next time. Don't forget to share your intention and reflection. Okay. Now, it is important that for us to understand, it's like, does it really need to be sung every moment? Because that's why I say in the morning, let's quiet ourselves first. Could you imagine how I'm doing my meditation when I keep talking? So it's okay to have silence. It's all right. That's where I'm learning to get myself out of my comfort zone. That's where I learned to take myself away for a week or two on my own. Because when you keep silence, there's actually times and space for our head and our body and our spirit to receive message and being creative. One of my secrets for doing live is I make sure that I go up to the mountain. Besides exercising, I'm actually down knowing from God. That's what I'm saying. That is the transcendent and descendant, what message that the world need to hear. I'm not saying I'm especially more special. Anyone could. Who are your divine or your universe? That we understand that we are more than just a being, that we are connected divinely. Okay, the universe is doing something. You guys are actually getting something. All right. You might not know what is it, but just that sense of reference that you all are looking at me. I can feel the energy, the connection. And this is not going to be, you can get this anywhere, everywhere. Okay. It's not just me. It's all of you that you put your heart together. Trust the process. Don't necessarily need to know the how, but just feel it. Take a deep breath. Experiencing that tingling sensation. Okay. All right. Now, how do we end this? For those who are really special and stay behind, and for those who are really good at doing live, how about right now, just take 60 seconds, go into the group and do a live there and say how freaking good this was and your biggest takeaway for today. Who is up for it? Fantastic. All right, so love you all. I see you, I honor you, I hear you. Be confident, be you. Have a fantastic weekend. I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.